Established in 1990, the Hawaii Interactive Television Service, or HITS for short, is a service provided by the Academic Technologies branch of UH's Integrated Technology Services that provides distance learning classes to campuses within the UH system in places like Oahu, the Big Island, Maui, and Kauai. HITS classes at the Manoa campus can be found in Kuykendall Hall and Webster Hall. These classes utilize AV and television technologies to create a telepresence environment for both students and instructors across the islands, making them feel as if they're in the same room with each other. For this video profile, we sat down with one of the staff members of the HITS team to learn more about these distance learning classes, things like how the organization is staffed and what their respective roles are, and what makes these HITS classes an important resource for students from here and from abroad.
My name is Eric Basa. I'm the media specialist or program producer that works here in the Kuykendall rooms. We have what's known as the HITS rooms for distance learning classes. Typical HITS process is a professor comes in. Well, before that, we orient the professors to this type of classroom because they're not really familiar with this kind of environment, that they're used to face-to-face environment where there's students in the same classroom as professors. With a HITS environment, they have to be more involved in their classes because it deals with distance learning, where there's students on the neighbor islands or different campuses across the state. When the class starts, they come in, they get their materials ready, whether it be PowerPoint or any documents or materials. We provide the tools for them, like an Elmo or a computer that they can use to transmit to the neighbor islands or the receive sites. We talk to them, we get them ready for the class. Say class starts at 7 o'clock. Before that, we get them ready, we sit down, we prep their mics, we prep their cameras. And then when the class starts about 7 o'clock, they just do whatever teaching style they're used to, whether they're sitting down or standing up or walking around. And what we do in the back is it's almost like a TV studio control room. So we have a director that controls the cameras to capture the video or capture a picture of the instructor moving around. And we also have an audio person that adjusts the audio accordingly. And that signal is transmitted to the neighbor island sites in real time. So meaning that if the instructor asks a question, in real time they can get an answer from, say, Kauai.
Who are the different types of people who work within the system? Like, what are the different positions in this organization?
Usually there's a program producer, which is me, which kind of deals with, it's like a executive producer of the class. So you can think of the HITS class as like a major production, like a film or video production, where we work with the instructor, or we, in the movie sense, an actor or the talent. We have a director and we have an audio person. They help to formulate the best picture and sound possible for the other neighbor island sites, so that they're kind of like watching like a movie, a miniature movie where they can interact. We also have people behind the scenes where they're engineers, where they're monitoring the signal. So it's called a video operations center. And so they monitor the signal, make sure the signal is strong enough, make sure the packets are at a minimal loss, and so that it's a clean signal.
Why do you think HITS is a important service that needs to be provided?
Because of the topography of Hawaii, we're spread out into 8 different islands. And the non-traditional students, usually let's take an example for Kauai. If they want to get their master's, it's not offered on Kauai, so they can't really uproot their family and come to Oahu to take classes at Manoa. So the way that HITS works is we kind of send the class to them so that they can stay in their island or stay at their house or whatever, their home island, and they can take classes to get to further their education. That's kind of what the HITS in a nutshell is. It's kind of the topography of Hawaii kind of dictated what HITS was supposed to be about, is to send the class to the neighbor island sites, so they don't have to uproot and come here to Manoa exclusively, so they can continue their education.